Hello, this is a message for November. So let's dive right into it and see what comes out. The theme of this reading the mystic. I also drew two cards that would represent maybe the situation here. We have Resin and Rotation. So with the mystic here, this might be you breaking free from something. Let's see what else we have. Sacred geometry of the soul and expansion. This is also agate and Ethiopian opal. You could be seeing 1010, you could be seeing 1111, or those could be numbers that come up around the time that you start experiencing what is going on here. Resin is kind of holding, it's a hard material, right? Sometimes I even think of resin, especially when I see this card, as like amber, where it has stored something or preserved something delicate. Like, I remember my mom growing up had this huge amber brooch, and I was just fascinated that it had these little pieces of plants, and there was a few insects in it also. It was just really cool, but I remember how beautiful it was, and I would just look at it a lot, and I couldn't get enough of studying this thing. So that's kind of what the resin is reminding me of here, and having it relate back to something that I believed was so beautiful. I don't know if this is a hardening or preserving of something that doesn't mean something to you. I feel like it is something that maybe has, in your eyes, beauty to it, or that there is something fascinating, or there's something that you want to observe maybe. But with rotation, this could be like this could be the preservation of you in some way. Nothing about this feels very chaotic. It feels very contained and like sacred geometry of the soul. You can kind of see she almost has this eye and this web in the center, and the web on rotation. You could be web weaving something. You could be protecting something that is meaningful to you of your creation. And then here, all of the lines, nothing is chaotic here. And that kind of reminds me of the organization of sacred geometry. And with expansion coming out, this could be a lucky expansion. And with me seeing 1111, 1010, this could actually be 1010 as it relates to this side of the reading, which would be like the end of cycles. It will be the end of something for a new beginning, creating space for something new that you want to bring into your life. It is letting go of, like, you can't carry the heavy junk from the previous cycle into a new one type of expansion. It's almost like cosmic patterning. This could be something where you've gone in circles about it. You've gone in cycles. Maybe you've gone through cycles with this situation, this thought, this emotion, this person, this idea, this creation, this aspect of you. Whatever this is as it relates to you, it feels like you've been in a process of creation, but that maybe it's been concealed. Or maybe it is something that is stable. Maybe it could be someone or something that is stable, but also maybe this person, this situation, whatever this is that has been with you is stable but transparent. with agate, that is stability and grounding and truth. It does say Gemini and Mercury on here if that matters to you. But it's a stabilizing stone used to balance the mind, body, and spirit. And sacred geometry is very balanced. It's very like the symmetry of it. So agate is grounding and supportive, kind of like resin. This is a very earthy reading. I do feel a lot of earth energy with this. But there's sort of air within the spaces of what I'm seeing also, and then creation is fire energy. It may serve you well to work on your lower 3 chakras, so your root chakra, the red one, your sacral chakra, the orange, which is your second, and that is where a lot of creative energy comes from. And then also your solar plexus, the 3rd chakra, the yellow. Anyways, I feel like you're breaking something down or clearing something out because an aspect of you or something you've worked on or something that you've put into someone else is dissolving from a state of resin. Like Shiva swallows the poison of the world and holds it in his throat. And he slowly transmutes it. And he slowly transmutes the liquid into nectar. So maybe something that has been preserved is moving into a more fluid state for you in November. I think it's also an expansion though, and a lucky expansion at that. So celebrate beginners and experimenters. Like, find joy in the growing and evolving, because this is like the wheel. It's always going to be turning, but you're still in control. No matter how the wheel turns or what side of the wheel it feels like you're on, you're still in even if you are going around and around within this sphere, it still feels open. It still feels like you can create whatever you desire here. You kind of have the structure built already, and I feel like this cycle is a lot brighter it's not as dense. It feels it doesn't feel dense. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels like you're dedicated to a path of transformation. And I feel like you're either going to be feeling that, maybe you actually experience a feeling of like, wow, why do I feel lighter? Like, you could even experience those things in the 3D world of like, wow, why do I feel lighter? And I feel like that will be this energy coming in for you, or just you'll be feeling that energy and take notice of it. But I do feel that this is some type of lucky expansion, you know, dissolving the hardness. It could be a hard truth. That's just for someone. It's possible, but it's a rebirth, and Scorpio's really good at that. It's a rebirth. It's a portal, I think, to your desires. We have Mercury again. It could be communication, but maybe not. I feel like your energy is just going to be revitalized, full of joy. Maybe work on raising your vibration to soothe your soul and bring harmony to the mind. And that would make sense with Mercury. That I feel like that would go with that of bringing harmony to the mind, body, and spirit. And I think somewhere I read mind, body, spirit before too. So you could see 333 around this time. That could just be your main theme here for November, is balancing mind, body, spirit. Maybe this situation here that you're breaking open, or you're dissolving into something sweet. Maybe this is all just, I don't personally work with sacred geometry much, so I don't know if somehow mind, body, spirit, you can use sacred geometry to help with that. But either way, good luck. This looks great. Good luck on your expansion. Congratulations.